pretty much does cover the attacking part of Gravel. I'll run through defence. Obviously on defence you've got the option of an engineer. I am a big fan of engineer. I do believe that the engineer is very beneficial for many reasons. If you are going to run an engineer, please make sure that someone goes forward first to suicide just where he's going to build his SG. So assuming that you're running an engineer, SG should go here. Someone should suicide here to give him ammo to get it up and run in very quickly. The engineer obviously would be in place for scout. If you want to run a sniper, that's fine, but a scout is a very beneficial class to have on defense because he can spot things. But if you are going to run a sniper, that's also fine. It will counter the enemy sniper, as snipers are a pain in the neck on this map. The whole idea of running an engineer at B is the engineer in the SG become a focal point of the Uber. The whole Uber thing on Gravelpit is also a mentality thing that you're going to use the Uber to take the SG. If there's no SG, the medic is more prone to hold his Uber for longer, purely because there's no real goal with the Uber. It's to cause disruption amongst the team, whereas if you do have an SG, the whole goal of the Uber is to take the SG out. So you know full well that when they Uber in, they want to take your SG, so you can fall away from the SG, saving all your team, apart from one SG, then you can Uber back at them, wipe them out, rebuild the SG. That's the whole purpose of an SG, and that's why you should use an SG. Again, if you are running, I'll use the defense as if it is an SG. Again, variations of this defense. You can drop an engineer if you want. You're more than welcome to explore, but my tactic is with the engineer. Have a soldier up on the roof. Medic should stand in the shadow. Medic should stand around here. You know, be careful of a spy. Move your position in a little bit as a medic. You don't want to just be stood here for the entire time they're attacking, because you are going to get picked. You want to just be moving around, use the SG as defense. Remember, as soon as you start to float up to here, sniper. You get picked from a sniper. Be very wary of a sniper as a medic. To begin with, when you first, obviously the gates open, it would be really wise to have your two soldiers jump up into here and spam this entrance door to try and weaken any enemies that are going to come and pop your medic. They have to be smart about it. They can't die for a simple bit of spam. It's just to put them off a little bit of spam, then they need to fall back to their medic. You need to get a bit of height. Soldier up on the roof, a little bit of height. If your demo man is sticky in A, fine. A lot of teams will sticky A, that's fine. Whenever I've played Gravel, my demo sticky's A, so I'll assume for that. If you want to be a little bit smarter, again, I've given pushing in to jump the medic. Most teams are starting to adopt that tactic. If you want to be a little bit smarter, as a medic, for the very first time that they bomb in, just sit here and don't move from here. You're not in danger from a sniper, and you're not in danger from soldiers, because people will jump in and they'll get whacked by the SG. They're not going to really get to you. But if you reveal yourself, this whole positioning is rubbish. You cannot reveal yourself. You have to be very patient with this. You have to let those soldiers die, and yet you can move out as soon as the SGs fight. You can move out and start to heal, but ideally you're going to stay up there to make sure that your Uber's not popped. If they do pop your Uber earlier than theirs, then you're going to be in a little bit of pain. So hopefully you can hold on to that Uber, you'll kill out the soldiers and jump in demo man. Then we're going to assume that they've capped A. Most teams are going to probably push through C. Now, the whole purpose of Gravelpit defensive B is about buying yourself a time. Every time you stop an enemy Uber and kill their team, push them backwards, you buy yourself 40 seconds. Just keep adding up those 40 seconds, another 40 seconds, and another 40 seconds, and that's all it is time. It doesn't matter if you lose B, so long as you get a decent time to defend C with. I'll move on to C obviously in a minute. If you are going to defend B, even with an SG, feel free to drop your engineer to a scout if it looks like B is going to be lost, and a scout power may be a bit beneficial to try and come in and clean up. But always have a bit of height. Keep your soldier on the roof. The roof is quite a big danger to a medic. Keep your soldier on the roof. Your demo man can sticky here if you want, sticky there. Basically, you've got a few entrances to cover. That entrance, those two entrances can be covered by one person because you can see what's coming. If you are running a sniper can pretty much stand at this rock and just completely nail their entrance. If there's another sniper there, you can nail him as well. The danger of coming from C is I like to sit my demo man actually up at C. I prefer my demo man to sit there. purely because this is the favoured push-in for trying to take out the Ubers. So if you do just concentrate your demo man up here, you are in a little bit of danger from here and the spamming soldiers. So again, you've got one soldier on the roof, one soldier or your scouts can stay over here if you're running a scout. If you're running a sniper, keep him over here and keep your soldier up here. And all he needs to do is spot, basically. Just keep spotting. They're coming in this way, you can move your demo man round, or your medic can just tag on, basically to stop the spam of the SG. When the Uber is called, everyone just needs to fall back behind the SG, let the SG die for it, then Uber back at them and kill them. It's all about using the SG as a focal point for the Uber. If you have the SG there and they Uber in, standing near the SG is a complete waste of having an SG tactic. Just let the SG die. You know, make the engineer understand that the SG is there to die, just run off, shotgun a few people, let the SG die for the Uber, come back in on them with an Uber demo man, soldiers, keep your engineer out of the way so you can rebuild, and again it's all about building time. A really important thing to remember about B is when it's lost, it's lost. If you start to overcommit to try and save B, you will lose a lot of time on C. I've got a really great defense for C that has to be set up with enough time. If you pile people in, the worst thing you can do is B's halfway capped and you think, yep, we can do this. You pile in 6 people, 2 of them die here because no one checked the stickies. So now you're 4v6. So obviously they jump on the roof, that person up there gets a kill but he dies. The medic's now in danger, so the scouts on the other team chase the medic, you're now 2v5. Those last 2 people, they think, well, it's all or nothing, I've got to take the medic. They bomb the medic, they die miserably, it's 5v0. They've got full Uber advantage to push into C, you're screwed. You've completely wasted a great defense. If you've held B for say 6 minutes, you've wasted that because you're not going to defend C at all. A C defense that I have is a really nice defense, and the whole idea around a C defense is a heavy to sit up here. Heavy on the point, I'm still going to run an SG, dispenser just here, it's dispenser for the heavy. So heavy dispenser up here, demo man sitting here. Demo man is responsible to sticky here, sticky here. Demo man is responsible for these 2 entrances. This demo cannot die, but he is responsible for these 2 entrances. So he just needs to sit here. That's your demo. Soldier here on number 3. Medic sits here between the soldier and he can get to the demo man if needs be. Another soldier here. And an SG sits here. The whole idea of this is quite an aggressive defense, but the whole idea again is that you're going to make them use the Uber before they get anywhere near your heavy. Your heavy is the last line of defense. The idea of this is your 2 soldiers are absolute key to this defense. Your 2 soldiers are basically going to bully their team to Uber early. So say this soldier here is probably the most important soldier and he should have good comms, because he can just look round. Are they coming to you, number 4? They're coming your way. Then the medic has a decision. If you've got an Uber, you can Uber this soldier in, walk him in, make them pop their Uber. You can run back nice and safe. You can fall away this way to keep the cover of the SG. The SG will wipe out whoever tries to push through. And again, they've got another 40 seconds to build Uber. The whole idea is making them pop their Uber where they don't want to pop it. They want to pop the Uber. They want to pop the Uber. Ideally, they want to pop it to take your SG and take your point. So if you make them pop here, they've got 10 seconds. They've got 10 seconds to get into you, in to take the SG down. They may successfully take the SG down, then the Uber's out. You've got 2 soldiers to spam the hell out of them, and you've got a heavy up there that can score you. They're never going to get near that point. Plus the medic can just drop back to this ramp, heal the soldier from here. The soldier over there needs to be smart to stay alive, and you know, you're very secure here. If they do Uber in, just let them take the SG. Don't fall down there, fish. If they do Uber in, let them take the SG. Just again, save your Uber. Use it to basically bash them backwards, get some kills, and start again. If they do run crits, this defense is very nice against crits, because if they run crits, you'll know that they're running crits because you should be able to spot the medic with crits, and you'll say, it's crits, and potentially the heavy up there, as long as he's heard the crit call, can drop away from the point. You can just, not far from Uber, hopefully you've got Uber, they've built you. So hopefully you can Uber back into them, whack the hell out of the demo man and the medic. Otherwise, you know, you can still take that demo man and medic, because the demo man's not very good if a soldier's in their face, even if they've got crits. Hopefully the soldier's going to take him out. If the team do push from these entrances, the demo man obviously drop to the demo man to Uber him, but if they do push from this entrance, they're going to use the Uber to get up onto the point. What you now have is all your team on this side of the point, your demo man from here. You can just jump them all up onto the point and up onto their heads, and as a medic you can get up there and try and support them with an Uber. You know, you can stand underneath here with an Uber someone just onto the point. And you know, your heavy just needs to be a little bit smart to drop back. Your medic can get out there and support him. So your heavy up here, the heavy's responsibility is to kind of cover number one, kind of help number two if needs be. And if he sees them, you can spot. So you can say they're Ubering in from one. You should be able to spot. And again, the heavy can just tuck down to here and say, oh, they're at number one. So you'll know that number one, the medic can potentially move just to here to protect the heavy. And then obviously you've got the Uber on the point. The other advantage of this is it's very effective against a sniper. Too often a sniper can get from here and snipe the hell out of your team. The medic is in no danger standing there. The heavy's in a little bit of danger, but the heavy will say sniper. The soldier here just comes around and says thank you very much, sniper dead. So it is very beneficial against a sniper, because the sniper's quite lethal. That is pretty much a C defense, and again, just use the mentality. Every time you stop an Uber, you're adding 40 seconds onto the time that the other team, the time that you have to cap, or the time, obviously, time left. So you just keep thinking and keep your team calm. It's just about being very tight as a team, not dying needlessly. If someone goes in and dies and you're 6v5, you're going to start to struggle. Keep a very strong team of 6. Keep them at their entrances. There is other variations. The other, obviously, popular one from C is a lot of teams keep too many people on the tower, and that is not good. You know, the medic likes to stay on the tower, and I'll tell you, as a medic, I hate being on this tower. I detest it, because you've got so many dangers to watch out for. You've got a sniper there, then you'll have running across, you've got the sniper there, running across, you've got a sniper down there. You know, you're constantly just, and you'll have to worry about crits coming up, and then it's really hard for a medic. The other position for a medic is very safe. It's quite a safe place. Obviously there's a dangerous spy, but hopefully they're good enough to keep moving and keep eyes open for a spy. You can have a pyro up on the point. If they've got a full Uber advantage for the first push, don't be afraid to have a pyro just to come up and air blast. Air blast them off, hopefully buy yourself a bit of time. But again, the whole C defense has to be set up in enough time. So if you do feel B's almost lost, we'll have a try. Engineer, go set your dispenser and your SG up so half the defense is done. We'll see what we can do. And you have to experiment with it in PCWs. Experiment when B is gone. When can you save it and when is it gone? And you know, vary the tactic. The basic tactic is there. You can change to have a demo man sit here. It wouldn't really matter. Demo man can sit here and a soldier can sit here. That would work so long as the soldier's good enough to make sure that nothing can come through and he can support that. The idea of the demo man here, he can support one by firing some stickies over. He can move to here, sticky up there, so he's pretty safe as well. That is pretty much the C defense, and that is pretty much Gravelpit. If anyone has any questions.